All right, hey y'all, it is Tech Tool Tuesday. And I want to mention a tool we use with every client, at least every client that we have a say-so at Mire Group. Every client uses Gusto Payroll. And so let me give you kind of a rundown on what Gusto does, why we love it, and why we put every single client on it. So a lot of you are still using an old desktop software like QuickBooks Desktop, right? Where you have to manually file payroll tax returns. The system is not open for your employees to change their information, to update their address, update their withholding status, to update their bank account for direct deposit. Name your thing that your staff cannot do because it's a desktop software. But in addition, you also having to make payroll tax deposits, issue W-2s, et cetera, et cetera. So we use a software called Gusto. It's a web-based software or cloud-based, and it integrates seamlessly with Xero and QBO. That's the first reason we love it. But the second reason is because it literally does all things payroll. So if you're running, again, on an old school payroll system where you're having to manually grab hours from people and you're having to approve timesheets, you can do all of that in Gusto. And what we really love is, let me just give you some of the high-level stuff. Files, so it handles payroll, right? Obviously, directs deposits, the staff, net pay, pays all the taxes on your behalf, files all the payroll tax returns. So if you just stop there, Gusto, which is a great system to have, never allows you to have your payroll dollars. How can you get in trouble with payroll? Well, it's when you can delay and often borrow from your employees' withholding. Lots of people do that. You'd be surprised. With a payroll software like Gusto, they take the taxes from you immediately. So you never have your payroll tax money. You never have your employees' withholdings. And then they file all your payroll tax returns and make all your payroll tax deposits. How many of you are out there still paying a CPA firm to file quarterly payroll tax returns? Many of you still are. I get new clients all the time. It's the first thing we do is move them onto Gusto and say, you don't have to pay us anymore. Pay Gusto. In fact, they're cheaper and better. It's a service that you don't need a CPA firm for. What we do is set up Gusto and troubleshoot it. Okay, so that's payroll. Let me give you another benefit. You can set up what's called autopilot payroll, and it's literally just like it sounds. If you have people on salaried payroll where nothing changes, Gusto just runs in the background. You do nothing. On the days it's supposed to run, on the schedules you set up, it runs payroll, direct deposits the money, pays your taxes, files your payroll tax reports. Literally. We haven't even gotten into time tracking, benefits, offer letters. Another thing that I love about offer letters, it makes you look like $1,000,000. You send a digital offer letter, somebody accepts, automatically turns into an employee, sets them all up, onboards them, the whole nine. Benefits, I kind of mentioned that. Like I said, time and attendance. A lot of people love Gusto for tracking time. Also, Gusto can pay your contractors. So again, no filing 1099s, having your CPA do that. You get Gusto to pay your contractors. They issue the 1099s, right? So you can just see all of the benefits, and all this data syncs seamlessly to QBO or Xero, so you don't have to do the accounting for it. So I could go on and on about Gusto. We use it on every client, but I think if you just got in and allowed your team to have Gusto accounts where they get to control how their money gets direct deposited, how their taxes are withheld, how their address gets changed or not. They can do that all from the app. They can use the Gusto wallet where they can designate money to a different debit card. I mean, everything related to payroll, it does. In fact, we haven't even gotten to this and we don't do it, but you could onboard your employees into their Microsoft accounts. So on and on and on. Gusto Payroll, if you're still using an old school payroll system where you have to manually grab time data, enter that, pay people, cut checks, pay the payroll tax deposits, get your CPA to file payroll tax returns. No. There's a better way. That better way is Gusto. Would love to show that to you or answer any questions you got. So like I always say, if you got a question or a comment, drop it below because chances are somebody else has that same question or comment. It'd be a question we could answer on Mailbag Wednesday. We'll do that tomorrow where we take a question I've gotten from a client and answer that because chances are a lot of you might have that same question. So, all right, guys, appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.